end of the year projects. One of my favorite projects that I ever did was based upon a TV show way back in the early 2000s or so. Jamie Oliver was recreating school lunches, and the time I was teaching some career exploratory courses and missing all of the math stuff that I was doing. So I decided to create an end of the year project where the students would have to follow the nutritional guidelines of our district and create some kind of meal that maybe the cafeteria could incorporate. And they had to follow a lot of guidelines as far as content with the calorie count, the fat count. They had to be aware of any food allergy things. So obviously there were no nuts, any other food allergies that we might have had in the classroom. We avoided them. So in the end, the students would have to bring in a sampling of their food. They had to create a poster board with all of the nutritional information. And I even had, it was probably the second year I did this, but I had someone from one of the local restaurants, a manager, come in and kind of look at all of the displays and taste all the foods and kind of discuss, which one they thought was the most creative or the best, change in whatever it was, ingredient or something. And, it went really well. They not only got to learn about careers in, food industry, but then they also got to practice their math calculations and even, some public speaking and some writing skills. So what I would always recommend is to try and find a project that maybe you and one or two other teachers can work on together. Collaborate with the other teachers. Find other subjects where they can work together. So right now, my son has two projects that they're going to be working on at the end of the year. One is for Spanish class. One is for math. And they have nothing to do with the other. The one is about, you've been given $1 million, how do you want to spend it? Give some details. The other is about kind of reviewing for like a final exam for Spanish with, the different vocabulary and stuff. But again, if you are able to partner with another teacher, another class, maybe even another grade level, just get that project that everyone likes to do at the end of the year as a way to get additional areas outside of what you normally teach presented, included, involved, something different, not just everybody in every class has a project coming up, because then that's a lot of projects to do and that's a lot of stuff to keep track of. That's a lot of things for parents to complain about. But if you could get together with the other teachers, work on it in class collaboratively, covering different subjects, then that might help everyone involved, you as the teacher, the parents at home, and the students, to stay focused in this last little bit of the school year. So let's see what you come up with. I'd love to hear what ideas and projects you've used, which ones you liked. Has anyone else done like a food project like I have? Just, wondering.